Duke Paulson is the executive director of the Tacoma Rescue Mission, and he is here to talk about our Good Neighbor Village. Hello, my love.
Hello. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. My heart just overflows for you.
Thank you.
We have a video that we're going to run. It's a 2-minute video, and it's going to set up what we are going to talk about that has already broken ground. And I'm going to say it is a total answer to prayer. So please, Mr. Dan, roll that beautiful footage.
In the heart of our community, something remarkable is happening. An exciting vision is becoming reality. Right now, if you were to wander the future grounds of the Good Neighbor Village, you'd see wetlands, weeds, a seemingly abandoned house, and a rundown barn. Imagine with us. The rundown barn, now cold and empty, overgrown with grass and a fence that needs mending, begging for purpose, is transformed into a warm, community-friendly space where neighbors gather. There's a volunteer hub buzzing with activity and training. The expanse of wetlands, saturated by rain, are preserved as a peaceful sanctuary that echoes our commitment to serenity and a therapeutic environment. There are scenic pathways and restful seating areas, enhancing the natural backdrop, restoring the soul and giving refuge to the lost and wandering. The abandoned house, in desperate need of repairs, wanting to be filled with life again, is repurposed and can be a center for team building and training for staff, volunteers, lodging for AmeriCorps placements, and eventually a potential residence for on-site staffing 24/7. As you venture deeper into the property, a clearing emerges, filled with Scotch broom and surrounded with towering evergreens. This clearing is where all roads will be connected, just as our residents are, a place where the first homes arise and our community is born. Privacy, peace, purpose, and proximity. Meals are shared, responsibilities and purpose are restored. Burdens are shouldered and victories are celebrated. It's places to gather, to know and be known, and to walk side by side with those in need. Imagine the opportunities for growth, to gain new skills, to rebuild trust and hope. Imagine a place where those that have wandered will finally have a place to call home. In the end, it's not just about roofs overhead. It's about hearts connected, souls uplifted, and lives transformed. Can you see it? This is the Good Neighbor Village, where community isn't just a word, it's a way of life.
We'll shed tears together.
Well, this is live TV. Trying to hold it together. Privacy, peace, and purpose. Duke Paulson, what does the rescue mission do?
So we serve people experiencing homelessness and drug addiction and our neighbors who are the most chronically overlooked and lost people in our community. And we try and do that with as much dignity and respect as possible. We currently do it with shelter and support programs. And we're in the process of, we've broken ground on a new campus.
Yes.
That will actually be specifically for people who are the hardest to serve in our community and the people that have no other options. And so that video you just saw is about the Good Neighbor Village, which will be in Spanaway.
Yes, that was shot in Austin, Texas, wasn't it?
That was a combination of the visual of what they're showing is what's in Austin. That's the model we're taking from.
Okay.
And what they've done there, where they have over 550 people living in a community now who, before they lived there, were chronically homeless. And now they're living there, they have jobs, they're paying rent, which is a requirement to be there. They're engaged in a community where they're safe and they're loved and their dignity is restored and they have value and purpose in life again. And so we want to bring that to Pierce County to serve our chronically homeless in Pierce County and really make a big impact in our community here.
Oh my God. From your mouth to, from God's mouth to your heart, and that's what that is. So when we look at this, how does this tie in with what the rescue mission looks like right now for the holidays?
Yeah, so the rescue mission right now, holiday season is a crazy busy season for us. It's a time where the weather's turned cold and wet, and we're full. We're maxed with people coming to us, people coming that are very cold, very wet, miserable, and also lonely. You feel isolated. Everyone's celebrating Thanksgiving and family and Christmas and family and time together, and these are people who've lost all relationships. They've lost their family, they've lost their community, and they're just trying to survive today. And so that is a very lonely, hard spot to be in. And so we want to be a safe place where people can come and feel loved and cared for, and we bring people in to our addiction recovery program and to our homeless shelters and to our family shelter, and we say you're safe and cared for here. Yes. And we do that for shelters are designed to be short-term and then help get you back out into hopefully a job or housing.
A reentry.
Yes, and we're effective with that for people that have been homeless for, a shorter period of time. Less than a year, it's not, we can do that.
Right.
People that have been homeless for 10 years, 15 years,
harder.
That have multiple disabilities, that are maybe 55, 60, 65, and 70 years old, that's not going to be the same. And so what we're creating now is a new opportunity for people that can't make it through our normal shelter system because their barriers are so high, they will never be able to be established safely on their own again.
So like we sit here and Tacoma Community House is within a stone's throw.
Yeah.
And we have a parking strip that has 7 tents on it right now.
Yeah.
And if that isn't enough to look around our community and to know that you are providing that home, that love, that sometimes second chance for people, I don't know what that is. So there has been some pushback, hard to believe, about this village. I always think that my grandmother is here when she says, to whom much is given, much is required. You have broken ground, but there it was on Instagram, people holding up signs, accusing you of some really awful things.
Yeah.
How do you stand in that and counteract that?
Honestly, I just think people get scared and they see the encampment you're talking about or other areas and go, I don't want that next to me. And that's not what we're bringing. We're bringing a beautiful gated community of permanent housing where people are paying rent and safe. Yeah. And they want to be here and they want to do a good job and they're choosing to be involved. And so people respond out of fear and they say things that aren't informed and that are not actually true. And they share it with others and people get afraid. And so we see that in the community. And really my response is, we're doing this out of love for the people in Grace need our community. Yeah. We're also doing it in love with the community we're going to be serving. And I think that when this is put together, the community, not only the neighbors directly around within the mile or 2 or 3 around the community, but Pierce County is going to have something to be really proud of to go, we are doing something that no one else in the state of Washington is doing, and that's not happening in the Northwest, that is unique in a dignified way of helping people experiencing homelessness and really engaging and making a change and an impact that is bigger than anything happened in our state.
Oh, bigger than any headline. I mean, you have to be, I think, really hibernating not to know that we have a homelessness crisis in Pierce County. And that the majority of these people are people who are older, and they have run out of faith, hope, and dignity. Yep. And that is exactly what you provide. Yep. I want to come out there with a camera crew, and I want to spend some time walking around that. Can we do that together?
You're absolutely welcome to. I'd love it. And now that it's been cleared, we can actually stand in the middle and say, here's where an art building is going to be for people to have therapeutic art. And here's our farm where people can get in and
here's where Claire is going to be teaching our residents how to can.
And food. Right. And here's our common space where we're going to have a medical facilities. And
all right, don't give away
all
too
that
much
other
of the
stuff.
show.
Okay, we'll go.
Many, many thanks for you and for your family and for your heart that overflows with God's grace. I love you, Duke Paulson, and I want you back on the couch sooner than later.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Claire, stirring that figgy pudding because we got much more to come. We'll be right back on Cityline.